Most of this we already knew, but from this latest Wall Street Journal report about Oracle and OpenAI signing this $300 billion computing deal, what's new here? What did we not know and what did we learn now?
I think the nice big flashy number of $300 billion is what catches the attention. Look, we knew back in July that this extraordinary 4.5 gigawatt deal between OpenAI and Oracle had been signed. Just to put that in perspective, that's the same amount of energy that's from 2 Hoover dams. That is about 4 million homes. That is an extraordinary amount of compute. No wonder Charlie Pellet put it so eloquently about the share price up and to the right, because this sort of order backlog is extraordinary. And Safra Catz herself, when announcing these earnings, said that it had been a totally extraordinary quarter. And this is one of the deals they signed. I think more of the glaringly obvious concern is similar to a CoreWeave, similar to other compute providers. They are very exposed to a few clients. And so Oracle is making up basically, what, $300 billion worth of a $450 billion backlog. That's an awful lot of focus on one particular client. But they do say that they'd won some other multi-billion dollar deals from other cloud compute needers. And this is all about the pivot that Oracle made. This was a data software company. It is now one of the impactful compute providers in the United States. Basically, their growth rate is probably bigger than Google right now. Their backlog is bigger than that of Google's.
So what does it say about spending on AI data centers? you threw out all these numbers at us.
I mean, this is what's propping up the US economy. I mean, just to put it flatly, when you go back to Bloomberg Intelligence's own reporting and analysis, 1 percentage point of GDP growth so far this year is entirely down to the AI crescendo and the need for data center spend and the amount of capital expenditure we're getting from these hyperscalers that need to build data centers, Oracle that needs to build data centers. These are the neo clouds that are coming in as well. All of this just means that we're managing to support an economy that in other ways, other places are feeling strange. You've got a labor market that's falling a little bit low. You've got inflationary pressures. What is supporting this economy? It is data center spend. And I think that is like your key takeaway here. And who are the key beneficiaries? Yes, you've seen significant money going into the startups such as OpenAI. You've got valuations just eye-crushing at the minute in many ways. But then Oracle to now be up 40% on a day when it already added $200 billion worth of market cap running up to these earnings, and now they've added another set of that amount in one day. It's an extraordinary feat that Larry Ellison and his team, Safra Catz, have made.
Caroline, my last question is more as far as what does this mean also for its peers? Looking over at CoreWeave, you had mentioned that earlier. Ticker is CRWV, up 15% right now.
And it's one of the IPOs that did really well leading up today on Klarna's, for example, CoreWeave. Many people struggled with CoreWeave's business model ultimately. They're a very new neo cloud, as it's now called, this provider of ultimate GPUs of Nvidia. And people are like, well, we don't understand. They've got great exposure to just Microsoft as a key client. People are now understanding there are only a few companies out there that are going to be able to foster this sort of data center spend. And no wonder you have to be over focused on a few key clients. And no wonder we're starting to depend on more and more of innovative styles of getting compute. But for me, the thing that you're hearing time and time again, and actually I was just sat with Kathy Hochul, she's the governor of New York. She's all in on making this the empire AI state. Energy is the other resource that we lack. And so where are you going to get 4.5 gigawatts of power from to be able to power these data centers? That's why in the state of New York, they're up in Syracuse, or you're looking up in other areas where you can get hydroelectricity. No wonder we're turning to nuclear. This is the sort of scale of investment opportunities that everyone's been looking at. It's not just CoreWeave, it's not just Oracle, but it's also the energy, the resources all around it.